for the video. My name is Periwinkle, and yes, the video quality is still bad. Tomorrow I won't be able to, today's Saturday, and tomorrow I won't be able to make another video for Monday, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Monday's video out there, so that means I won't have time to fix my camera battery. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with this for another day. But today I'm talking to you guys about Fright Night 2017 review and what you can expect during it. So I'm basically gonna go through the whole thing from my memory. I know it's bad. I would have videotaped it, but they specifically said no videotaping, and it was really dark, and I don't have a night vision filter, so I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't have been able to film it anyway. So I guess I can just go ahead and tell you what to expect, and yeah. So, just so you know, spoilers are ahead, so if you don't want to know what's at Fright Night this year, click off and go experience it yourself, then come back. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So I got there, it was about, my friend Sam, who works there, Alice, as she went by, told me it opened at 6:30, and I was like, alright, so me, Gabriel, Mom, and Dad, four went, and we got there at 6:30. The line was already huge, and we stood there and actually saw my math teacher, which was really cool, and they played some good music. We waited in line for about an hour and a half, or like, yeah. Wait, we got there like 6:45, and we waited in a line until like 8. So it was a long wait, but it was a really fun wait because they shot out like t-shirt guns. Like, they didn't shoot out t-shirt guns, what am I saying? They shot out t-shirts, and they had little creatures coming through. Like, they had a goblin, they had Alice, they had Pennywise, they had a bunch of little creatures coming through, so it really kept us occupied. And then at 8, they were like, alright, we're starting. So we were on, like, the 4th one, and the wait to get on wasn't bad, but then later in the night, the line was huge. Like, it was like a 2-hour wait. It was inconceivable. So we got on, we went, and they took us and dropped us off, and then we walked in, and the first thing we saw was this lady in a truck, and she came out, she opened the door, and it really scared me, and I was like, oh, okay, and I got really scared, even though she didn't do anything, and she basically told us no recording, no flash, no punching the actors, and everyone was like, okay. Then she directed us to the church. Inside was like Pastor Jeremiah, I think his name was, and he basically told us the story, which was the townspeople didn't like city folk, and he pointed out someone and called them a witch, and basically told the story. Then after that, we went through a graveyard, and then right there was a wicked evil bride, and she kind of just looked at us, and she was Pastor Jeremiah was like, okay, there was a bride who got murdered before her wedding day, so that was her, and she was super spooky. And then we went through there, and then I think was the angry cat lady. So there was like cats everywhere, cats eating each other, it was disgusting. And then there was a cat lady there just chopping, and she was chopping up her cats, and we were like, okay, and that was a little creepy. So she's just sitting there, and then she's like, cat, dog tongue, whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. So I pushed game, and then we walked somewhere else, and there was a guy, and he had like some sort of stick. I don't think they're allowed to have guns, so he had a stick, and he's like, y'all, we don't like no city folk, and he like kept, it was scary. And then we had to go through the town, and there's like this lady, and she started like hissing, and it was super scary, and she started screaming at us. And then we tried to go through one of the doors, like there was a door we thought would go somewhere, and it was like this guy that said, you don't go this way, and it scared me to death. And then we went the other way, and my memory's getting foggy now, I really don't know why. So we went that way. There's some more jump scares here and there. I'm trying to remember with the best of my ability. Shoot, I'm trying to remember, I really can't. So we went that way. The next thing I remember was we were going past a mine, and it was very like creepy. We went past the mine, and Jason came out and chased us for a bit. Then I think we entered this area, and they had this light on, and it made us look like we were swimming in fog, and it was super creepy, but so awesome. Like, it would look like you were in like you were swimming in slime. It was so awesome. And then a lady jumped out of the corner and scared us. And then when we got out of that, I think the next thing I remember is a corn maze. There was a corn maze, and there's these people like, they took our corn, Benny. And they were like, oh, they took our corn. And I was like, oh god, I didn't take your corn. And then we got out of that, and that was the end of that. So that was the end of the main event. And then we got back and stood in line for the 3D horror. and oh my gosh, that was like drugs or something. We got in and we had to go through like these huge big paths, like push our way through. And then we saw this little clown lady. She's like, hey! And then she gave us our glasses, and then we went this way, and she's like, go through this door. And then we tried to open it, there wasn't a door, and she went wrong way. And then we tried to go through the other door she told us, and she was like wrong way. And then we finally found the door. So it was this huge maze filled with really weird clowns, and people would just pop out of corners, and it was neon, and it was so trippy. And then they had this one part where there was like a dragon that popped out and went and that, honestly, you guys should go just experience that dragon, because it felt so surreal. And we went around and people just popped out of everywhere. And then this gremlin lady who, like, at the beginning when we were standing in line, there's like a gremlin lady, and this kid was like, are you a penguin? So I called her Penguin for the rest of the night, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a penguin, because she popped back out. And then after that, we kind of walked through, and then it was laser tag time, which is my favorite part. And they gave us guns, and they're like, shoot anything that moves. So I shot the entire place up. I was like, and then we had, like, there was these trippy tunnels where you'd walk, and it was spinning this way, and it was so creepy. And they had tiles, like, wherever you stepped, the tile would lean. And it was so weird and so creepy. But it was all in all a really fun experience, and I'd say you guys should definitely go. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all later. Bye!